Welcome to Business Plan Basics, Getting Started Right. Hi, I'm Joe Horner. I'm an ag economist with the University of Missouri Extension. I also serve as a business counsel with the Missouri Small Business Development Center for Agriculture. If you're in the commercial horticulture business, you know that it's fairly complex. In business, you've got to set goals, you've got to develop a marketing plan, you've got to figure out how to sell what you've got, you've got to figure out how to produce it with a production plan, you've got to pick a legal organization, an LLC or a sole proprietorship, figure out the positive and negatives of both. You got to think about financial management. How do you deal with banks? How do you do a balance sheet? How do you do cash flow statement and income statement? And risk management. How do you avoid lawsuits? How do you avoid a lost product? It's a complex world, but a basic business plan can bring it all together and put it together in one form, and it's not that complex. When we say it's not that complex, it would if you had to start from scratch. It would be a complex deal. The one good thing about it is business plans are fairly cut and dried. If you've done one, it's fairly simple. If you've done 100, it's really straightforward. There is a lot of good software out there today to help walk you through. I'm going to be talking about one piece of software today called AgPlan. AgPlan is available free from the Center for Farm Financial Management at the University of Minnesota. The link is right there, agplan.umn.edu. You sign in and you can enter the pieces of your business plan. It will save them. You can add people to coach you virtually on how to do things. You can pick up videos that it has links to show you how to do different pieces of it. You can either do it for a commodity business or for a differentiated product like a specialty horticulture operation. The basic components of a business plan are simply a cover page, an executive summary, which a lender or anybody else can read and immediately understand your business. It's a business description, who, where, what, when, why. It's got the vision, mission statement, why you're in business. It's got an operations plan, who's involved, when you're doing what your location is, what your equipment is like. It's got a marketing plan. It shows that you've examined the marketplace, you understand how big it is, what your market share is like, what your plan is to segment that market, target the specific pieces that you think you have an advantage with, and promote your product in those markets. It's got a management and organization where you can define the entity choice you've made, who's got the rights to incur debt, who's got the right to run the operation, whether it's a simple sole proprietorship or a more complex organization with a lot of employees. And finally, it's got a financial plan where you can keep track of your balance sheet that you prepare for the bank, and you measure your equity growth over time. It's got a cash flow statement that you can track your historical cash flow, but also project your existing cash flow. So you know what your operating loan balances are going to be needed, and you know what to plan for in your cash flow for the year. As far as financial management, within AgPlan, there's a spreadsheet that you can download that's got a nice balance sheet that's customizable. You can update it every time you need a new balance sheet, make your financial statements with the bank a lot simpler. It's also got a nice income statement and cash flow projections on it if you're used to doing spreadsheets. The good thing about it is if you just focus on production and you really don't want to get into the spreadsheet world, or maybe the marketing world or the business plan complexity, the small business development centers have business counselors. University of Missouri Extension now has a horticultural team that is into business counseling and is able to provide you coaching and assistance. And within the network, it's not just statewide, it's nationwide. There's a lot of examples of existing business plans that are already out there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. When you complete it, take some nice pictures. I always think a picture pulls together for an outside reader the whole picture really, really well. And take some pictures of your operation, put them on the front page. It gives you something to be proud about. The business plan is basically complete. Once you've worked through the paint by the numbers routine, you go through the section by section. A few hours of your time, it could be spread out over several days, will do a world of good on creating a basic business plan. And you've got something to fall back on. You've got something to share with lenders. And if you get to a point where you get stuck, you've got the backup and the coaching available through the Small Business Development Center counselors. We've talked about AgPlan. It's a free software. There's also LivePlan available through your small business development centers that may fit some applications of commercial horticulture better than LivePlan. And it's available also free as a startup with sign up through the small business development centers. If you're interested in coaching or having somebody to answer questions about your small business or about your business plan, here's a link that you can go and sign up for business counseling. It's a free service, and the list of counselors at the bottom that are involved in both horticulture and business, and our phone numbers and email addresses. Thank you and good luck with developing your business plan.